Hi everyone, and welcome to the Public Space Ideas Awards. My name's Michael Rose. I'm the chairman of the Committee for Sydney, and it's my pleasure to welcome you this evening. Tonight we'll be announcing the winners of 8 different categories and celebrating the incredible ideas that have come out of our competition over the last 6 months. To start us off this evening, I would like to welcome Uncle Alan Madden of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, who will conduct a welcome to country.
Good evening. My name is Alan Madden, Gadigal Elder. Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. For my first song, nah, only kidding. And the winners are, nah, still only kidding. First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge our Aboriginal elders, all elders, past and present, and pay my respects to all our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander brothers and sisters. From whatever Aboriginal or island nation you may have come from, welcome to Gadigal. And to all our non-Indigenous brothers and sisters, a very warm and sincere welcome to you to Gadigal. No matter where you've come from, whether it be across the seas, across the state, or across town, once again, a very warm and sincere welcome to you. And as I've mentioned many times before, was, is, and always will be Aboriginal land. Only 3 things shorter than that: coming, taxation and going. It's an honour and pleasure to be here this evening to welcome one and all to Gadigal. Gadigal is one of 29 clans of the Eora Nation. The Eora Nation is bounded by nature's own, the Hawkesbury River to the north, the Nepean to the west, and Georges River to the south. And in between those 3 mighty rivers is the Eora Nation. And in that nation, there are 29 clans, and the clan's land we're on this evening is Gadigal. On behalf of members of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council and of the Gadigal mob, once again, a very warm and sincere welcome to you. And as you travel across these traditional lands and waters, may the spirits of our ancestors guide, look over you, and keep you safe. So once again, on behalf of Land Council and of the Gadigal mob, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Uncle Alan, for that welcome. I would like to acknowledge the Gadigal people, the traditional owners of this part of Sydney, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. And also noting that everyone is watching from other parts of the city and of New South Wales to acknowledge traditional custodians in all those places as well. Our competition and these awards are presented by the Committee for Sydney and the Department of Planning, Industry and Environment. And we've been supported by our lead consultant, AECOM, our industry partner, the Australian Institute of Landscape Architects, and our media partner, the Sydney Morning Herald. The competition was created with a simple idea in mind: to increase expectations for public space, to create a wider awareness and a bigger conversation about what public space in Sydney can be, and to seek bold and imaginative ideas from hundreds of children, students, members of the public and professional designers. And by doing that, this competition has reminded us just how great public places can be. The COVID-19 pandemic has been another reminder of how important public places are for individuals and communities. Bringing people together in public places is extremely important, and it's something that we would have liked to have done this evening for our awards. Unfortunately, though, social distancing requirements meant that we couldn't do it, and that's why we're online. And we're coming to you from the International Convention Centre in Sydney, one of Sydney's great public spaces. And it's a pleasure now to welcome the CEO of the ICC, Jeff Donaghy.
I'm proud to acknowledge ICC Sydney is the result of our great state's investment in outstanding public spaces, resulting in Darling Harbour's beautifully designed venues and outdoor areas where great minds, great friends and diverse families all come to meet, which is why it gives us great pleasure to host the Committee for Sydney's Public Spaces Ideas Competition Awards ceremony. Just like ICC Sydney, the competition gives its participants a platform to create our future, while meeting places like ICC Sydney have been greatly impacted by COVID-19. We remain one of New South Wales and Australia's best public institutions. So we've adapted our services to meet an integrated digital environment, and we're open for business in the venue, online and a hybrid of the two. Best wishes to all the applicants.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you for hosting us this evening and also for your support and the ICC's support of public places. We're going to get to the awards now, but before we do, I just wanted to say a little bit about the process. We received more than 530 entries in the competition, and those entries were judged by an extraordinary panel of judges who selected a winner and highly commended entries in each category. We're going to show you a short video now that looks at the judging process.
Public space is owned by the public, so therefore public input is absolutely key to actually getting the right fit for purpose.
This year's competition had an incredibly large number of applications and an incredibly high level of quality. It was amazing to see how diverse and how in-depth and detailed the ideas that came through were.
The competition entries were wildly different. You got a sense that these young kids were using their imagination to just go, I want a pool on wheels, all the way through to we actually have to think about the Cahill Expressway in a very different way.
It was diversity of ideas from like low scale to larger scale. Everyone kind of took the idea of innovation really well.
As people live in denser communities, they're going to have less private space and they're going to be wanting to use public space. And so it's really important that that public space works well for people, works well for communities, for different ages, for different abilities, and for different uses, passive, active and the like.
To me, they're very much at the foundation of our democracy, and this kind of easy, open access to a broad range of public spaces and facilities is relatively unusual. It's a distinguishing piece of Australian culture, and it's an incredibly important part of life in cities and in towns.
If we design places for our communities will own them, they'll care for them, they'll love them, and they'll be the places that we want.
So public space is probably the biggest challenge facing Sydney as we grow.
So now let's move to our awards. There are 8 categories of awards, and our winners and highly commended entries in each of those categories will receive a certificate commemorating their achievement. And our winners will be honoured by the planting of a tree in their name in Western Sydney Parklands. And here to talk a little bit more about that is the Chief Executive of Greater Sydney Parklands, Sue Ellen Fitzgerald.
My name's Sue Ellen Fitzgerald. I'm the Chief Executive of Greater Sydney Parklands, which includes Western Sydney Parklands, one of the biggest urban parks in the world. We're thrilled to be able to support the Public Space Ideas competition with a trophy of sorts that will have an impact far beyond tonight. In honour of each of the winning entrants, we'll be planting a tree at Bungarraby Park in Western Sydney Parklands. The trees are going to be Eucalyptus tereticornis, the beautiful forest red gum. This intergenerational award will go on to impact the future of public spaces, just like tonight's great ideas will keep our cities inspired to achieve great heights for our communities. I congratulate all of the winners this evening. Our futures are in brilliant hands.
Our first category is Best Idea for a Street or Plaza, and here to present the award is one of our judges, Lindy Dietz, the CEO of Campbelltown Council.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, my name is Lindy and I'm delighted to announce the winner of the Best Street and Plaza Idea Award. This award is given to the entry that best reimagined streets, including plazas, as places for people. There was a highly commended entry in this category, Race the Train, by Sayarita Amalhasari and Wani Chan. Race the Train is a clever concept that seeks to encourage cycling and reinvent the way people travel to and from work in Sydney. It takes the idea of the fast, static route of Sydney Metro and applying it to bicycles, or in other words, trainsicles. These trainsicles follow the route of Sydney Metro stations, allowing people to travel from station to station on bike. As advocates of cycling as a sustainable, active, low emissions way to move around the city, this idea struck us as a playful way to encourage Sydneysiders to take up cycling. Congratulations to Race the Train. It was a personal favourite of mine. The winner of Best Street or Plaza Award is My Street is a Park by Georgina de Bajou. My Street is a Park sparks the idea that we can transform underutilised public and private land in and around our streets into green space. We can use private developments as a catalyst to transform public streetscapes, and by changing the rules, we can deliver a park to residents and a return to developers. In both inner city pockets and on the fringes of Greater Sydney, we believe this idea can be applied anywhere across our city to connect communities to nature, keep people active and promote safety. Congratulations to My Street is a Park and to all the entrants of this category. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lindy. Because our judges are spread all over Sydney and in some cases around the world, it hasn't been possible to get everybody here this evening. And so some of our judges have pre-recorded their presentations. Here to present the second category, which is the best idea for a public facility, is Wesley Enoch, the director of the Sydney Festival and one of our judges.
Hello everyone, I'm Wesley Enoch. I'm so sorry I can't be there in person to help celebrate these amazing awards. I want to talk about the Public Facility Award. This award is given to an entry that takes an existing piece of infrastructure, a public facility, turns it inside out and makes it the heart of a community. The category had two highly commended entries. The first highly commended entry was Glebe Island from David Vargo at Habitate. This entry proposed the Sydney Harbour Outdoor Music Bowl, a place for Sydneysiders to enjoy, sitting at the edge of the glittering foreshore of the Bays District. It makes the most of our city's natural beauty and provides an outlet for culture and entertainment that Sydney really needs at the moment. Our city needs to really revive the nightlife and celebrate. So congratulations. The second highly commended was River Culture by Esteban Insalsti. River Culture creates opportunities to join and connect the great natural heritage and cultural facilities along the Parramatta River. Using river cats to explore the spine of the river, we believe this entry is well deserving of a commendation for its innovative approach to creating a cultural spine along our famous river. Congratulations. Finally, the winner of this category addresses the growing dilemma faced by many local government agencies, ageing car park infrastructure. The winner is the Modern Car Park from Canterbury Bankstown Council. The Modern Car Park has envisaged a way to reimagine these spaces for the entire community, creating an urban interchange for people to access facilities like bike and ride-sharing areas, parcel pickup lockers, community arts and cultural spaces, and open space for people to socialise and relax. As a jury, we love the concept of transforming an increasingly outdated part of our public spaces into multi-purpose hubs for community. So congratulations to Modern Car Park and to all the entrants for this category. It's just amazing to see people's imagination and just reforming our city. Thank you.
Thanks, Wesley, and congratulations to our winners. The next category is Best Open Space Idea. And to present that award, I'd like to welcome Professor Robin Dowling, who is Dean of the University of Sydney School of Architecture, Design and Planning, and who was also one of our judges.
Thanks, Michael. The Best Open Space Award acknowledges the most outstanding entry we received around identifying new open spaces and rediscovering underused open spaces. This category had 2 highly commended entries. The first highly commended award for Best Open Space Idea goes to Western Sydney Business Chamber for its proposal for a new public square in Parramatta at Lancer Barracks. Unlocking 1.1 hectares of new green and public space in Parramatta, near universities, schools and public transport, this proposal is a haven for nature, recreation and social activity. We were impressed by how this idea incorporates the rich military history of Lancer Barracks with a future-focused vision for enhancing green space in Sydney's west. Congratulations to the Western Sydney Business Chamber. The second highly commended award for Best Open Space Idea goes to Sydney Quay by an anonymous entrant. Envisaging a renewed destination that returns the public space to a human scale, the proposal prioritises pedestrians through a design focused on green, warm and ultimately shared community-based spaces and facilities, while making the most of upgraded existing infrastructure locations and services at Circular Quay. Congratulations. And finally, the winner of Best Open Space Idea is Urban Micro Meadows by Cred Consulting. This entry looks to transform residual and underused open space into micro meadows that protect threatened flora and fauna, beautify our neighbourhoods and improve health, well-being and safety for residents. As many Sydneysiders are living in increasingly dense neighbourhoods with limited access to quality open space or opportunities to connect with nature, the jury was in strong agreement that this idea holds immense value for our communities. Congratulations to Cred Consulting and to all the entries in the Best Open Space category.
Thanks, Robin. We're now crossing to New York to hear from one of our international judges, Ethan Kent, who runs Placemaking X, and Ethan will be presenting the award for our next category, Temporary or Low-Cost Ideas.
Hello, everyone. I'm here in New York City in Times Square, as you can see and hear. I'm here. We just had the launch of a new set of lighter, quicker, cheaper public space tools, as you can see here. For this award program, I'm announcing that the best temporary or low-cost award is given to a demonstration, pop-up, or pilot project that challenges traditional thinking about public spaces and placemaking. This category had 2 highly commended entries. The first highly commended entry was Sydney's Guerrilla Art Day from Kate Hannaford. Sydney's Guerrilla Art Day is a proposal to promote public art in redundant or underutilized public spaces, holding a day each year to offer up public space to artists to reimagine. Public art creates a unique identity for communities, and the jury loved that this idea provides the opportunity to draw out beauty in places that have become forgotten in our communities. Congratulations, Kate. The second highly commended prize was Public School Space from Lawrence Wong. Public School Space proposes to open up public school grounds to the wider community. As schools are often equipped with play equipment, toilets, and large open spaces for exercise and other outdoor activities, the jury all agreed that utilizing these spaces is a golden opportunity to deliver huge benefit at low cost. Congratulations, Lawrence. Finally, the winner of this category was 30-kilometer-per-hour limit for non-arterial roads from the Walking Volunteers. Some of the best ideas for transforming public space don't come with a high price tag and reap huge benefits to the community. This entry speaks for itself, introducing a 30km/h speed limit for non-arterial roads. At this speed, it's safer for pedestrians to cross, and drivers have the width and vision to spot children and older citizens. At this speed, there's also no speed limit. There's no need to build expensive separated bike lanes, as cyclists are comfortable sharing the road. The winning idea is one of the most cost-effective ways to transform our communities for the better. Congratulations to the walking volunteers and to all the entrants of this category. Cheers.
Thanks very much, Ethan. Our next award is the Student Award, and here to present that award is another one of our judges, Professor Helen Lockhead. Helen is a Professor of Architecture and Urban Design at the University of New South Wales and Chair of the Australian Institute of Architects. Please welcome Helen.
Thank you, Michael. The Student Award is given to the best entry received from a tertiary student. The calibre and diversity of entries we received from across universities and TAFE students was very, very high. So congratulations to everyone who entered this category. We had two highly commended entries. The first highly commended award under the student category goes to Sydney's Biophilic Alleys, a concept by How To. This idea proposes a simple ecological way of adapting to heat conditions in an urban environment, using Sydney's Central Station as a case study. As Sydney looks to adapt to climate change, this is a bold idea to help solve the problem of extreme heat in our urban environment. Congratulations, How To. The second highly commended student award goes to Float by Isabel Peng, Sarah Kurakowska, and Elnaz Talabi. Float proposes a network of public open spaces spread out on waterways to farm, research, and engage with the local community. It will also provide places for Sydney-siders to be healthy, socialise, learn, and gather for local markets. We liked the idea of embedding education as a key part of transforming community behaviours around food and nutrition, and believe this concept could be applied not just to Sydney, but other water-based Sydneys around the world. Congratulations. And finally, the winner of our Student Award is a concept that reimagines the civic potential and public ownership of Sydney's historic urban utility infrastructure. Common Utilities, from Janelle Wu and Gracie Grew. Common Utilities celebrates the historic beauty of country and the city's urban memory. It is an idea that engages practitioners, local government and community and Indigenous consultation to breathe new life into these historic spaces and retune them with good design for ongoing community use. We think this is a fantastic way to use existing, often forgotten public spaces to add value to communities. Congratulations to the Common Utilities team and all the entrants in this category.
Thank you, Helen. The next award is the award for the Best Resilient Public Space Idea. And to present that award, we're going to hear from Henriette Vanberg of GEL, who will be speaking to us from Copenhagen.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry I can't be there in person. I'm standing here in one of my favorite places, our local swimming facility, which is used both summers and winters. The Best Resilient Public Space Award is given to the entry who felt best demonstrated how public spaces will help enhance community resilience whilst withstanding disruptions. This category had two highly commended entries. The first highly commended entry was greening pipes to cool Sydney's west from Arab.
This proposal's vision is to naturalise the 10-kilometre pipeline from Pipehead to Potts Hill Reservoir, restoring the corridor to form a flourishing riparian landscape and interconnected green spine for Sydney's western suburbs and communities. This would result in more walking and cycling, localised food production, flood management and sustainable water management, as well as improved biodiversity. This holistic approach to creating resilient space makes this idea one of the best we judged in the resilience category. Congratulations to the team at Arup. The second highly commended was Sunday Green from Jeanette Brockman. Sunday Green reimagines roads as open spaces where cycling is celebrated. Aimed at encouraging Sydneysiders to take up cycling, Sunday Green proposes that roads be closed off 1 day per month to make way for bicycles and spur on the behavioural changes needed to make cycling a significant sustainable way to travel across Sydney. As a jury, we felt this idea aligned with our city's need to ramp up its cycling infrastructure to reduce congestion on our roads, combat emissions, and provide a safe, socially distanced way for people to move around Sydney. Congratulations, Jeanette. Finally, the winner of this category was Unlocking South Sydney's newest blue-green grid from Roberts Day. The Botany Bay Blue-Green Grid rethinks how we use open space and water in South Sydney. The proposal unlocks 42 kilometres of continuous walking and cycling trails along Woolly Creek, the Cooks River and Botany Bay corridors. This concept reimagines a network of waterside, greener places with a diversity of programs and place activation opportunities. Our jury was impressed by how this idea poses solutions to a multitude of issues our city faces, from rising temperatures to water insecurity. Congratulations to the team at Roberts Day and to all the entrants of this category.
Thanks, Henriette. Our next category is the Children and Young People's Award, and here to present that award is Sarah Abu Dareb, who is a student at Western Sydney University and the winner of the inaugural Fraser's Property Masters of Architecture Scholarship.
Thank you, Michael. The Children and Young People's Award goes to the best ideas we received from a person 18 years and under. There were dozens of wonderful ideas and the jury found it incredibly difficult to pick the winner. We had 2 highly commended awards in this category. Firstly, we must give out a highly commended award to Farmitecture, an idea from Siddharth Shazidharan. So this entry encourages us to think about ways to localize our food network. Farmitecture aims to use cutting-edge farming technologies such as aeroponics, hydroponics, and aquaponics that use less water, sunlight, and land to grow and produce fresh food in underutilized public spaces like car parks. Not only does this idea provide Sydneysiders with access to healthy produce, but it also looks to the future of Sydney's food security through urban farming. Congratulations. Our second highly commended award in the Children and Young People's category goes to the Board of Expression, a concept from a Year 10 STEM class at Wiley Park Girls High School. Located all over Sydney, the boards encourage a community to write down their thoughts and feelings, inspirational quotes, jokes, or anything that might put a smile on someone's face. During a time where many members of the community feel isolated and disconnected, we think this is a wonderful way to promote mental well-being in the absence of face-to-face connection. Congratulations. Finally, I am pleased to announce the winner of the Children and Young People's Award, and that goes to A Bushland Experience by Bianca Hales and Molly Flanagan. This is an idea that incorporates environmentally sensitive design with inclusivity and accessibility to ensure all Sydneysiders get to experience the joy of their surroundings. The Bushland path equitably accommodates wheelchair accessibility and bikes. The path curves to direct attention to the bushland, encouraging every Sydneysider to enrich social and mental health outdoors. Various seating areas immersed in greenery form a sanctuary from urban Sydney. These interconnected communal areas contribute to a sense of community and place identity. Congratulations to A Bushland Experience and all the other entries in the Children and Young People's category.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Our next award is our major award, which is the Minister for Planning and Public Spaces Award. And here to present that award is the Minister for Planning and Public Space, the Honourable Rob Stokes, MP.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. And what a wonderful evening to celebrate some incredible ideas right across the length and breadth of this amazing metropolis. The pandemic has created so many challenges, but also opportunities. And while globalisation in so many ways has slowed and paused, that's given us collectively an opportunity to stop, to reflect, to look around ourselves and consider how our local environment could be improved and restored and made so much better for everyone to enjoy. There's been a collective opportunity to draw breath, to reimagine some of the lonely, forgotten, empty spaces around us and reconsider how we might capture these places and ideas to turn empty spaces into inviting, inclusive, vibrant public places. And this public space ideas competition has been all about capturing this incredible enthusiasm for local environments and turning that into some outcomes that we can use to reinvent, to restore so many of our local environments across the length and breadth of this amazing city. I want to congratulate and truly thank the Committee for Sydney for its vision in hosting this ideas competition, as well as the incredible public spaces team in the Department of Planning, Industry and Environment. This has been a point in time where we can capture enthusiasm for public places and turn that into real results to make our city better, to make it fairer, to make it freer and to provide more opportunities for everybody. Leafing through the 531 applications or entries has been an enormous privilege and an opportunity to reflect on some of the themes and categories of ideas that have come through the entries. There's been a focus on slowing down our traffic and reclaiming our streetscapes. There's also been a focus on some of our more esteemed and well-known public spaces and public places and the opportunity to reimagine and restore them, whether we're talking about Circular Quay or some of the great parklands like Centennial Park, the Botanic Gardens, or some of the great parklands of Western Sydney, and some great opportunities for the Greater Sydney Parklands Agency to look through those ideas and capture them and turn them into on-the-ground results. One of the areas or themes that has really appealed to me, though, has also been these linear landscapes, these connecting parks that are not so much about parks as destinations in themselves, but the opportunity to travel between parklands and link them up along forgotten or disused pieces of infrastructure, whether that be pipeline corridors, whether it be utility corridors, whether it be riparian corridors, to use these not just for active transport, but for active and passive recreation, and to recognise that it's as much about the journey as it is about the destination. Which brings me to the winner that I have selected. That's been a challenging task because there have been so many amazing ideas, but the winner that I've selected is greening pipes to cool Sydney's west. This is an incredible idea that I understand the entry was submitted by Arup, something I didn't know at the time, and this project is all about continuing the success of the Lower Prospect Canal project that has been such a popular addition or adornment to public space in Western Sydney. And it's all about extending that pipeline corridor, or parkland corridor rather, from Pipehead to Potts Hill to capture that linear landscape, to recognise and celebrate ideas of whether it's active transport, cycling or walking, whether it's to restore the biodiversity along a forgotten bit of pipeline infrastructure, whether it's about the opportunity for urban agriculture or for little delightful places on the way through, and also to recognise the role of places like this in water sensitive urban design and water management, which will be increasingly important as impervious surfaces spread further across Western Sydney as the Aerotropolis is increasingly developed. So this is an amazing winner, and I congratulate everyone who's been involved in this application. But I also wanted to take a final moment to congratulate everyone who's been involved in the Public Spaces Ideas competition. 531 applications, and many of them with multiple authors. Some incredible ideas, and my promise to everyone who's been engaged in this is that your ideas have certainly not in any sense been overlooked. I certainly have had the opportunity to look across all of them. I've immensely enjoyed that opportunity, and this provides some great ideas from the ground up, from the community itself, that government can capture, whether at a state government level or whether at a local government level, and turn them into realities. Thank you so much for your contribution to using your design skills to make our local neighbourhoods better, and as a result, to make the lives of every one of us, of our children and of future generations better as well. Thanks to everyone involved.
Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you very much for being with us this evening. Thank you also for your support for these awards, and most importantly for your vision for public places in New South Wales. And congratulations to the Arup team for winning such an important award. That's it for the awards this evening, but there is one more important award that we will be announcing, and that is the People's Choice Award. If you've seen something this evening that has inspired you and impressed you, you have an opportunity to vote in the People's Choice Awards, which will be hosted on the Sydney Morning Herald's website for the next 2 weeks. If you'd like to vote in the People's Choice Awards, you can visit that website, smh.com.au, and place your vote. This competition has been a headline program of the New South Wales Government's inaugural Festival of Place. The festival celebrates the breadth, beauty and possibilities of New South Wales public spaces, and over the next 12 months you will see a rolling program that highlights the importance and beauty of our great public places. This is no ordinary festival, but one that celebrates our connection to place 365 days a year. Another key program just launched by the festival is the draft New South Wales Public Spaces Charter, a commitment to quality public spaces for every community across the state. The government is seeking feedback on the Charter, and your feedback is important. To share your ideas, take the survey and see videos from experts on what the principles mean. You can do this by visiting dpie.nsw.gov.au/charter-say. Well, everyone, that's it for our awards for this evening. In closing, I would like to congratulate all of our winners and all of those whose ideas were highly commended. In fact, I'd like to thank everyone who entered the competition for their ideas and for their passion for public places in Sydney. It's been a great pleasure for the Committee for Sydney to be involved in these awards. I'd like to thank our partners in the awards, the Department of Planning, Industry and Environment, AECOM, the Australian Institute of Landscape Architects and the Sydney Morning Herald. To take us out this evening, we'd like to show you a short video of an amazing collaboration between the Sydney Dance Company and the Festival of Place run by the New South Wales Government. This video, which features Dance Locale, brings dancers into public spaces across Sydney and New South Wales. Thanks very much for joining us this evening.